Fall fishing is upon us, and one of my favorite things to throw during this time of year is an underspin with a small paddle tail. This time of year in the fall, bass are schooling up together and they're chasing a bunch of small bait fish. And what I really like about an underspin is you compare it with the small paddle tail. This is the Cane Thumper by Big Bite Baits. Got a real tight kick and wobble action to it, but then you also have this small little willow blade underspin here. This is the Mustad Underspin Shad, and this little bitty blade gives off enough flash along with this paddle tail that it looks like a couple of small fish that are swimming together. Really effective technique in the fall, really any time of year, but the fall is when it really excels. Now behind me is a kind of an expansive grass flat. The water temp's about 82 degrees and bass will push in shallow on these grass flats. The great thing is though, is even if you're fishing in a pond, obviously I'm on a lake on my boat today, but if I'm fishing a pond, I can fish this as well right along the bottom and kind of hop it or rip it right out of the grass in a pond as well. So whether you're fishing a small lake, a pond, a larger lake like this, the underspin is a great way to go catch them in the fall. Now, since this is a moving bait, I like a higher speed gear ratio reel. This is an 8.3 to 1. I would say anything that's 7.5 to 1 gear ratio or faster. You're really just gonna have a steady retrieve. The beautiful thing about this is you just point your rod right at your lure and just reel. If you're either gonna hit grass, you're gonna rip it up, or if you get a bite, you're gonna set the hook as well. So either way, whether you're hitting rock, hitting grass, catching something on the bottom, if you just rip that up, sometimes the fish will react to that just like you're ripping, say for example, a lipless crankbait out of the grass. The underspin works the exact same way. The rod I have mine paired with is a 7.3 heavy rod, fast action, but a medium heavy is just fine. This is just what I use from TFO, and again, that's the Hyper Mag reel by Luz. This is definitely a higher end reel. Yes, it's a high speed, but a higher end reel. You don't necessarily need a higher end reel. This one's just super smooth. I really like it a lot. I can cast far with it, just like today when I get a little bit of wind coming at me. Now, going back to the lure itself, 3/8 ounce is a pretty good size weight to use if you're fishing a shallower body of water, or even just shallower water in general, or a pond. You don't want to go with a 1/4 ounce, but a 3/8 ounce works really well. It's going to keep the bait kind of right along the bottom, right along the tops of the grass. And again, as soon as you hit or tick some of that grass or the bottom of your body of water, just give it a quick little rip up, and you're gonna catch some fish doing that. This is such a great technique in the fall. I use it a lot. Sometimes I've even used it in the past and stopped using it because it got too easy. I'm telling you, this is highly effective lure. The Mustad Underspin Shad paired here with the Cane Thumper from Big Bite Baits in that 3.5 inch size. Even if you have a little bit of a larger size of a paddle tail swim bait, say for example the 4 inch or larger, you can cut it off. 3 inch to 3.5 inch is the perfect size. And you want to do anything in my bodies of water, I like to imitate shad, but you want to do anything that is mimicking the bait fish, and kind of make sure that your paddle tail swim bait matches the hatch in your body of water. So if you're chasing after bluegill as a main forage, tie on something with like a green pumpkin or a red flake. If you have a lot of shad, tie on something that's silver or maybe a gold back or has a little bit of glitter in it on maybe some particular cloudier days. You can vary up your paddle tails. I usually use either one that's a watermelon red flake, or as you'll see here, this kind of silverish shad color. Those are the ones I really like the best. They work really well for me. Now that fall's upon us, make sure you're trying the underspin. Works great, helps you cover water, catch a lot of fish, especially as you're schooling up, chasing bait fish just like this. Get out in the fall, even if you're a hunter, get out in the body of water, because there's a lot of fish to be had right now in the fall. So get out and go catch monster bass.